So, we completed our animation setup. Now we can actually make the character movable. And we fix our script at the same time. Movable.
Is that a word?
Yeah. Immovable, you can't move it. Movable, you can. So, here's our Bomberman. Let's add a collider. I think circle collider would work best for this. No corners.
Circle 2D?
Yep.
Then we just change the size.
We can, yeah, if you want to make it a bit smaller. Might be a little bit big.
I think say 55.
45.
Fine.
And then let's add a rigid body. 2D.
Or 2D.
No gravity. Freeze rotation.
Gravity scale 0.
Yep.
Constraints. Freeze rotation. Why do we need a rigid body in this case?
Because we're going to move it with rigid body.
Ah, yes, we got it.
We use rigid body forces to push around. For a script, I've included the scripts. If you didn't download them now. So I'm not going to make you write scripts today. It's too long of a tutorial, to be honest. Exactly. Got move right here. So that'll be our Bomberman moving script. You can see it's just using rigid body. And this is where we need to make the change because it's saying velocity and not linear velocity.
So we should add the component.
Yeah, so we can add component, or you can just drag the script on as a component. But I'm going to add component. I'll do the add component. Wait. Add component, and it's not a new script. It's a script we already have in script. Move. It already has a speed value. We're going to need to open it up though to change the script. So let's open up the move script as well. Just move. And yeah, it's already given me the highlight of where the problem is. Please use linear velocity. There you go. No problem. Ah, yes, and they are read-only. Yes, mark them as writable, please. Linear velocity. How you doing? I don't think you guys signed in. But then with that one change, And as long as we named our animation integers correctly, capital X, capital Y, it should now work. We should be able to test. It will move and the animation will change. So to change this one line velocity to linear velocity. Save.
Yes.
Hey, and there he is. Oh, I put him outside the world. Poor little guy. Animation might be a little bit fast. We could change that in the animation controller. Over here, yeah, you can see it's running quite fast. I could bring those down. 0.4. That might be a little bit slow. That's okay, actually. Every time we make a new project.
Where can I use it?
Project settings, input. Project settings, and then just search input, and then player. Okay, so I'm going to move this guy back actually into the world. You shall be able to move through the space.
Sketch.
Mm-hmm.
Any idea why you just removed everything?
Yeah, we did and everything.
No. I'm thinking, putting a bug or something. I just changed the.
What's this guy? Reference script is missing. What happened to all the script? Let's save. Everything here, but not rendering.
Yeah.
That one.
Because I will pay them more than I can.
I mean, it's all still here, all the data's still there.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's still there. I don't know offhand. Okay, next, the most important part of Bomberman, the bombs. So again, same import settings, 32, point no filter, format RGB8. For the bomb. And then in our sprite editor, we just do the same 32 by 32. Did everything come back?
It came back, but it didn't work. The input I did again. I need to reloading the everything. As we know,
Okay, applied. And the bomb animation is all 4 of them. New animation, bomb.
it's just not to go. Here's the politers. So now it puts the bomb in the scene now.
Yep. So same import settings, and then just bring all 4 frames in for the animation. Where's the slicer? It's in the project import settings, sprite editor, just below where we put pixels per unit.
Ah,
Yeah.
I got it.
So we made a bomb animation. If you want to change the speed, there's another state machine just called bomb 0. Say 0.4 as well. So we don't need to do any transition things here because it's just one animation. We can just use it to change our speed. Okay, so there it is, posting our bomb. We're going to store this as a prefab. We'll make a prefab folder for Bomberman. New folder. Fill it right on the wire. Like you do it, everybody. We're going to put our bomb in here and our explosion, which we're going to create now in a second. So I'm just going to take bomb 0, put it in my prefabs folder. And then we can delete it from our main scene. We're just going to drop it. So it's in prefabs. Gone from the main scene. So I can drag it whenever I need it. I can recall it. And in order to make the character drop the bomb, it needs a script called bomb drop, which is included. Add component, script, bomb drop. I can see what it's doing. It's just checking for the space bar. And if we press space, it's going to check for the position of the player. And it's going to round that number off. So it's not a 1.15. It's going to be a 1 even. And then just instantiate our bomb prefab. It's a pretty simple little operation. We have a slot for bomb prefab. We have a prefab for bomb. Pretty easy. I can use my little selector dot to look for bomb 0. Here. Yeah, so the script is bomb drop. We added on to the Bomberman, so there's 2 scripts, move and bomb drop separate. And we just select our bomb 0 prefab. And now you should be able to drop bombs. Bomb, bomb, bomb. And notice they're all on grid points. They're not going through walls. They're rounded off.
Normally there is a problem with the bomb overlaying. It's just sticking, you know?
You could change the
Position, the layer.
layer order. There you go. Thank you. Sprite layer order.
In the bomb,
Make the bomb higher so it's in front on sprite render. You could give that a +1 value to make sure it's always in front. This is on the prefab, by the way.
actually should be the Bomberman.
Well then, flip the numbers.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so we want the bombs to disappear after a certain amount of time. I'm going to open up the prefab here. I'm going to double click on my bomb prefab. So I have just the bomb. There are two scripts I want to add. Destroy after is going to destroy the bomb after a set amount of time. Again, it's in our scripts. Destroy after. This is on the bomb prefab, I should say, prefab. You can open and close prefabs by double clicking on them. And you can get back to your normal view with this little arrow here. That lets us just work on the prefab in isolation. Again, very, very, very simple script for destroy after. It's literally one method, destroy this game object after a time value, which is here. So very useful for cleaning up after stuff. You have particle effects that you've instantiated. You want to get rid of them because more of them hanging around means more draw on the memory. So this is a good script to put on anything. And then the other script I want to add is we're going to instantiate an explosion after the bomb disappears. So there's another script called bomb that I'm going to add to the bomb prefab. Script bomb. And this one, again, a very simple script. It has a prefab loaded in that we haven't created yet. And just on destroy, if this is destroyed, instantiate a prefab.
So another script in the
On the bomb, yeah. So two scripts on the bomb prefab, destroy after, and explosion prefab. Or bomb script, sorry.
just after the first bomb exploded, I tried to put another one and then it's missing reference because it was destroyed.
You didn't make a prefab.
I know.
Well, then you don't have the prefab loaded in because it's creating the one in the scene and then doesn't have any more. Shocking.
I have it here in my scene, okay?
You have there your scene?
Yeah.
Select the. Alright. Yeah. Go down here. Make your selector off the prefab. Yes. And go to the past. See, you've gone from the scene, so you're just doing that one.
Okay, I should take from the asset.
Yeah, because this, the prefab that. You can find it here, surely. Just type bomb at the top. Yes. And this other one you can get rid of. Delete it. Okay, explosion prefab next. Save your scene. File save. We're going to find our explosion sprite sheet right here. Pixels per unit, 32. Point no filter. Format RGB8. Then we're going to open the sprite editor.
Thirty-two as well.
Mm-hmm. So this one's a slightly larger animation thing because it's 32 in the center, but it's 32 times 3, 32 times 3. So we're going to slice this by its full size, which is 96. 3 times 32 is 96. 96. Slice. Then we're ready to go. We can click apply.
Eu não tenho dois nisso, né? É só explorando que é 96.
Não tô ligado.
All 3 frames for the animation. Put it here. New animation. Explode. Explosion. Kaboom. Whatever you want to name it.
Drop.
Yeah, you can tweak the speed if you think it's too fast or too slow. Just this kind of flashy. Yeah, that's fine the way it is. And again, this is going to be instantiated again and again and again. So prefab, definitely need a prefab for this. Let's bring it down into our prefab folder.
It should bring.
Bring to prefab.
Maybe it's online. That's online. Okay. Oh, no, that's not.
Eu recebi muito mínimo de plano, assim, mas é para escolher. Eu não gosto de pessoas. Acho isso bem alto. Tudo mal.
Right. So delete the original from the main stage. Don't need that original explosion. So again, this will take a couple of scripts. Let's add our destroy after script first. We don't want the explosion to stay around forever. Destroy after. I'm going to lower that time to 2. And this is on the prefab, I should say. In fact, I'm going to open the prefabs. Make sure you know I'm just working on this. So on the prefab, destroy after. For a script, 2 seconds. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a slot there for spawning the prefab explosion. But before we do that, let's add more to this. I'm going to add another script. And that's going to handle deciding whether a block is destroyable or not destroyable. The script is called explosion. The second script to add is explosion. Destroy after we already looked at. Let's take a look at explosion. A very simple script again, but it's using on trigger enter 2D, which means we need to add trigger colliders to our explosion so it can detect. And it's checking if co.gameObject is not static, because the not thing is put in front. So if it's not static, you can destroy it. If it is static, you can't destroy it. So all of our undestroyable blocks are marked as static. See here. If I go back. Undestroyable block, static. To check that, make sure your undestroyables are set to static. All of mine are. And the ones that aren't are not static and they can't be destroyed. So that's a very simple script. In order to make it work, we need to add more components to our explosion. So I'll go back to the explosion prefab. So yeah, it's using trigger colliders. So I'm going to add 2 box colliders here. Box collider 2D. I'll say is trigger. And I'm just going to modify its size. That's an X 0.8, Y 3 for that first box collider. And it is a trigger. And then the second box collider is going to be the exact same, except flipped these values, the Y and X. So it'll be X3, Y 0.8 to make the other collider, the cross. I copied and pasted the component. Copy. Paste as new, and then I can just swap these values, 3 and 0.8. So now I have a cross. So both of them are is trigger. Both of them have size changed. And we're not done. Because trigger colliders only work when a rigid body is present. There's no rigid body in our blocks. So we're going to add a rigid body to this explosion, but it's not going to affect it with gravity. It's just to register its position in physical space. The last component, I swear, rigid body 2D. And very important, this body type is kinematic, meaning no gravity or anything like that. You don't need to worry about it falling or moving. It's going to stick in place, but it is going to register the space. And I don't need to do anything else. Just change it to kinematic. So, kinematic rigid body and 2 box colliders that are triggers with 3 and 0.8 on one and 0.8 and 3 on the other one. You can see up here in the size. And then the last thing to do is to put this in the bomb prefab. Because we've got all this set up. Box collider, rigid body. There's 2 scripts. And then on the bomb prefab, if I just double click on that, you see we have a slot for explosion prefab. There it is there, explosion 0. I can just drag it into the slot, or I can do the selector dot and make sure you're looking in your assets. This is on the bomb prefab, bomb 0. Just add my explosion. And then test. Make sure you're destroying the blocks and you're instantiating the bomb.
then
What happens if you press play? Not working? Boom. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Boom. And if I try and destroy the undestroyables, no, can't touch them because they're static.
I see. It's because your bomb is left.
Yeah.
As this quick destroy after in bomb,
Yes.
not explosion.
No, the explosion has explosion, the bomb has bomb. The explosion has the explosion script, and that's doing the trigger detector, static or not static.
The bomb and destroy the bomb.
Now the bomb script, it has in the prefab slot. The actual prefab. I'm actually going to tweak my explosion. I think it's too long. It's actually destroying extra than it needs to. Actually, that doesn't matter. Go 2.8.
We should put the rigid body in the bomb as well to not
No.
go through. No.
No, unless you're adding a different type of bomb. In Bomberman, you got a bomb you can kick across the screen. That would probably need a rigid body of some kind to go. That'd be a separate type of bomb. But yeah, no rigid body on the bomb, just on the explosion. And the explosion rigid body is kinematic.
What
So that's the one change. On the explosion, kinematic.
so maybe box collider to the bomb. I'm saying because in case I get trapped, you know,
What do you mean trapped?
in Bomberman sometimes you are.
Oh, trapped behind your bomb.
Yes.
Oh, you could do that, yeah.
Because like now I
Right.
can.
If you get trapped, you need a item to be able to.
No, you're right. That is an important part of it, yeah. Getting trapped behind your bomb. Okay. Will it break the game to add a rigid body, kinematic, and a circle collider? Let's find out. Let's find out together. Okay. I'm going to say circle collider because it's a circle. And I'm gonna add a rigid body as well because I want to be stuck behind the bomb. Rigid body 2D. And I'm gonna say kinematic. Oh my god, you're right. You've done it. It's an important part of the you make a big mistake. I've trapped myself. Oh god. Yeah, very good. Okay, that's an easy thing to change. Yeah, no problem.
Collider and rigid body.
Your idea, mate. Don't ask me. This is your idea.
You are the professional.
Nothing to do with me. You said, can we add a collider? We did. Save. Did I say save? I said save.
Did you change the radius of the bomb, the collider?
I made it slightly smaller, yeah. So there it is. I made it 0.44. You can make it smaller.
I did much more. Now I'm putting the bomb and I'm getting It's just
It pushes you back. Yeah, because it's taking up space. It is going to push you.
Yeah, so
or to
Last step. It's a slightly more fiddly one, but it's not complicated. It's the enemy. The enemy is a worm. We've got slightly more animations. It's got 3 frames for each movement. But it's the same animations as the Bomberman. We've got worm left, or walk left, walk right, walk down, walk up, and idle. So it's the same setup. Pixels per unit, 32. Point no filter. Format, RGB8. And then I'm going to open the sprite editor. This is the worm.
no.
Let me open that up.
There's
Bless
any chance to put the rigid body to be active like with a delay, like 1 second?
Like similar to destroy after, you could have the component added after a second. Yeah. You do it.
Yeah.
You have fun with this. But no, definitely you could. And you can even have certain colliders ignore other things. So some colliders could ignore the player till a certain time.
Because at the moment I put a bomb, it just is
Yeah.
is not controlled, you know. So if I put a delay for the rigid body to active,
Mm.
might
It's still going to push you back though if you're standing on it. And then-
yes.
Anyway. Okay, automatic clearly hasn't worked. Put that all as one sprite. Let's do our grid by cell size. 32. 32. That's a bad omen for the rest of the day. If you'd gotten that straight in, you'd be like, this is going to be the best week. No. Damn. Maybe next week. Slice. And apply. So we can start creating the animations. They're all going to have, it's the same as Bomberman. Worm idle. Same as Bomberman, just one extra frame of movement. So I'm just going to do them. They're 3 at a time. 1, 2, 3. Worm left. Animation. Worm left. Next 3. Worm right. Next 3. Worm down. Next three, worm up. And final two, worm idle, worm no walk. Same bit of cleanup has to happen. So after we've created these animations, we only need one avatar. So, oops, delete, 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 and delete, and just keep the one avatar. One, two, three, four, delete. So we only have one avatar, worm 0.
We do the same thing we did for the curtain.
Yeah.
Foundation.
I don't know if we need that for this one. We might just have the one animation. Bomberman, anim, and yeah, same as before. We need to get rid of all but one of these state machines. So delete all of these except for worm 0.
Do one stage.
Let's open up the state machine next, worm 0. By default, I have worm left and I have the rest of them. Right, worm down, worm up, worm idle. Parameters. Same parameters. Int. Capital X. Int. Capital Y. Right, left, well. Okay. So, oh, animation speed, I'm just going to set that now. Whatever it is, it's probably too fast at once. I'm just going to half it. 0.5.
Clica aqui nessa setinha.
And then I'm going to make the same transitions.
Descartar.
So from any state, oh yeah, I should set my default. I suppose default could be idle. Set state machine default, the verb idle. And then from any state, just make transitions to every single one. That's the same setup. Y greater than 0, Y less than 0, X less than 0. So we select our wires. Y greater than 0 means walk up. We add a condition. Y greater than 0. Okay, well, you get the idea. I'm not going to go through these the same way each time. It's the exact same transition line. This is for warm up, which is the same as walk up. we just select the wire to get these transitions. We can set our conditions in there. So worm down, you can see the setting here. Y less than 0 means worm down. Settings. Actually, can I do these all at once? Transition duration 0.1. Can't do this myself. Yes, I can. Oh, that's a nice. No, I can't. Yeah. Okay, so any state to worm down, y is less than 0. Condition y less than 0. Walk right or worm right, x is greater than 0. Let's add the transition, x greater than 0. Perfect. Worm right, same as walk right. Then any state to worm left means x less than 0, walk left. Less than 0. And then the last one takes 2, x and y equals 0. So any state to worm idle, this line here, x is equal, and I add another one, y is equal.
Vixe, depois que eu fiz o rigid body.
Deu ruim?
Não, dá uma máxima de lugar muito louco. Então, na Twitter, no player. Você na Twitter, você solta o bom, pode aparecer embaixo, pode aparecer.
Ah, sim.
Aí você sempre
Sim.
Okay, we're done with the animator. We can go back to our scene and our worm. It's going to move using physics. I should take a look at the script, actually.
I put a box collider, but I think it should be a circle collider.
For the worm?
Yes.
I think a box could work.
Oh, so I just
I'll try with box.
so the size I put it around.
So, this is the most complicated script in it. A couple of different things. It's invoking repeating, meaning it's going to repeat this one method every half a second. Change direction. It's checking for a valid direction, and it's going to move. Oh, we've got an issue. Yes, we have to look at the script anyway because the velocity things needs to change. You know what? Let's add what we need to add. We need to add a rigid body to the worm. Rigid body 2D. No gravity. And freeze rotation. It needs a collider. Yeah, box collider or circle collider. I think box collider would be fine. Box collider 2D. I'm going to shrink its size. Too big. It'll definitely get stuck at that size. I'm going to shrink it down just a little bit. And maybe move, offset the position as well. Very true.
How do I know you touch that?
Okay. Freeze rotation, gravity scale 0. And then I just change the size of the collider and its position ever so slightly. And then we're going to add the script. The script is called worm. Add component, script, worm. Where are you, worm? There you are. And we are going to need to open up this script because it has deprecated velocity thing here and change direction. So linear velocity, yeah. Do I want to mark them as writable? Yes. So line 28, change it to linear velocity. And then we should be good. It should be ready. That is the last step in this. So it's we use a line cast recently for our mouse position thing. It's using a raycast 2D hit to shoot a little line in front of it. If it hits the collider, then it knows it's hit a wall, so it turns, changes direction, and the direction is just random. And I am going to store this worm as a prefab because you might want to instantiate them later. You open a block, there's worms inside it. You never know. Also, just to make it easier for me to drop them into the scene without having to duplicate every time. Let's drop. Let's drop one in here. Let's drop one down there. And because they're marked as not static, they can be destroyed by the bombs. But you can see they're moving, they're hitting walls, they're stopping. Looks like they're thinking. They don't do anything to the player. We haven't done any kill zone or anything.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Oh, I'm trapped. Dead. Killed myself straight away.
said
Yep. 15 minutes left. You could make them kill the player. You could work with the world a little bit more. If anyone's having issues, let me know. Yeah.
you showed like the boss player for explosion.
Yeah. So on the prefab, we've got 2 box colliders. The vertical and the horizontal. They're both here. Number 1 just has these values, 0.6, 2.8. So spin and then tall. And also set to is trigger. Box collider number 2 is just the reverse values, 2.8 to 0.6. Again, is trigger enabled.
There's just a one problem.
Go on.
When I put not a, it's working, but it's funny. For example, I put a bomb here, it will destroy this one.
Your collider's too long. That's why I had to lower mine down to 2.8. In 3, it was getting over. If it even touches it, it blows it up.
For the
The explosion prefab. So your trigger collider is too long. It's going into the next block.
let's see. The explosion prefab.
Yeah.
I go to
Advanced colliders.
Mm.
0.8, 3 is no improvements.
Yeah, 3 is a little bit too large.
This, sure. Governance. 0.8. Best.
No.
Usually.
I hate your new rules, Joel. I hate it. You just get stuck so fast.
Yeah, this, I disabled this.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, you're right. There needs to be a moment where you're not detecting it, and then it appears. Maybe as you walk away, then it becomes a solid.
But in the game, the bombs are pushing it, right?
Yes. Well, after you get a power up, you get the boot. So if I have it here, this is the actual game. I can't push it at the moment.
But that figure there is a button.
There is a power up that you can do. Yeah, but I can't push it right now.
It's a boot, a rose.
A boot, you can throw them over. Yeah, we're still missing the. On this, they kill me when I hit them. So I'm missing a death animation. But yeah, not quite there yet. Still need more fun. But the main stuff that you can do, dropping bombs, that can be done. God damn it. I hate your damn rule. Hmm.